Well, Hollywoodbets, Scottsville, 4th of June, and on Saturday, well, it was a bumper race meeting that we look forward to every year when we come for the day of speed at Hollywoodbets, Scottsville, for Group 1 races. What we're going to do for the race day recap, we're going to show you the replays of races 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I'll take you to the results for the other races. Race number 1 was a maiden juvenile plate over 1,000 meters and a very promising introduction to his career. Franz Leher from the Guard Puller stable for David Ferraris and Mr. Ho came through to win very well on the Sereno Mudley number 7, beating 4, 6 and 10. 7, 4, 6 and 10 was the way they crossed the line there. I think number 4 as well, Slim Jenny, a first-timer from the Michael Roberts stable, ran a really good race. 6, Stevie G, and then horse number 10 winning single. But this horse you need to pencil in. Call Franz Leher winning on debut for the Guard Puller team. That was race number 1. Race number 2 was the start of the bar pot, and this was juveniles going 1,600 meters and a hot pot favorite here. There was lots of confidence coming through from the team of Glenn Kotson for horse number 3, Grinkov, and he did not disappoint his followers under a very positive ride by Gavin Larina. Winning well, beating number 2, Good Counsel, Ashley Fortune's runner, not disgraced, back in second. 7 was the filly, National Star, and rounding off the top 4 was number 4, Parminium. 3, 2, 7, and 4, race number 2. The place accumulator was race number 3, and it got to a sizable pool as well, in excess of 600,000 rand. And the first leg of this place accumulator turned out to be a very tricky race to try and work out and narrow down your selections, and so it was. Number 3, Bayview Express for Yogas Governor and Gavin Larina and the connections came through to win really well. He hasn't won for some time. It was really nice to see him get his confidence back. Horse number 10 was back in second. That was Whispers of War. The third place runner was number 12, and that was Q Wing from the Guard Puller stable. And rounding off that quartet was number 4, which was Napoleon. 3, 10, 12, and 4, and whichever way you looked at it, that was definitely a nice result if you survived the first leg of that place accumulator. On to the pick 6, which was race number 4. This was over 1,950 meters. It was a Fillies and Mares 73 handicap, and it looked to be a race where you could try and narrow down your selections with horses that represented some form, but it was a big result if you got the quartet here. 11, 3, 7, and 1. Peter Muscat teamed up with Tristan Godden. A welcome return after a setback and a layoff for Tristan into the number 1 box with number 11, Rocky Reef. Back in second was horse number 3. That was Mel's Princess for Carl Hewitson. That third position was number 7, which was Electric Surge, and that quartet was rounded off by the visitor, number 1, Liverpool Legend. 11, 3, 7, and 1. And on to our Group 1 races. And the first of our Group 1 races was the Alan Robertson Championship. It's over 1,200 meters, the best 2-year-old fillies around. And let's have a look at this replay for race number 5.
The leader, Glittering Girl towards the outside of that one. Amina's trying to put in a claim. Further back in the runner, Sweet Pepper, Miss Cool's under pressure. Down the inside of that, Time for Glory, and Glittering Girl, Reva Corraris is running on it. Coria on the inside. Glittering Girl, Sweet Pepper becomes a big runner. Sweet Pepper on the outside. Glittering Girl down the inside of that, Reva Corraris. It goes to Sweet Pepper. Second place.
No doubt there were a few reputations dented in the Alan Robertson this afternoon, but she will remain unbeaten. Her name is Sweet Pepper, trained by Sean Terry, giving Calvin Habib a Group 1 as well. She's 3 from 3 now, and she looks to be a very smart filly, this daughter of Trippy, owned and bred by Drakenstein Studs, who are having a wonderful season, those colors of blue and white. 12, Sweet Pepper, beating number 13, which was Glittering Girl, Paul Peters' runner. In third was number 10, another runner from the Paul Peter stable called River Carrares, and rounding off that quartet was number 6, 12, 13, 10, and 6. The visitor running an absolute blinder from Kabeja, that was number 6, Ikoria, Gavin Smith's runner with JP van der Merwe. 12, 13, 10, and 6. Then on to the gold medallion and Group 1 for the 2-year-olds, for the boys. This was over 1,200 meters, and this turned out to be a fantastic result for the combination of Terry and Habib.
Out for a run, imposing profits under big pressure. Behind that one there is Captain Bombshell. Coming out of the 200, Thunderstruck and Karangatang. On the outside of that one is imposing Gladiatorian, and further back Ocean Time, but Thunderstruck. And it's Thunderstruck over the last 100 metres going clear, and Thunderstruck will win it by about 3 to 4. Second place, Now I Got You, then Ocean Time, maybe Captain Bombshell.
Yeah, Thunderstruck is a name, Terry and Habib, and we mentioned where the combination and Vilgabos Drift Stud as well, and it was a quick double in both those features for the juveniles, for Sean Terry and Calvin Habib. And this filly, she looks to have plenty more to come from her. She looks like a special filly, number 12, Thunderstruck. What should she beat? Well, she beat number 2, Now I Got You, a blinder of a run after a great debut. Corey Lensley and Muzieni running second. 7, Ocean Time, big effort from her from the Peak Muscat stable, and the stable companion was right there as well, Captain Bombshell. 12, 2, 7, and 6, race number 6. Then on to the South African Fillies Sprint, brought to you by the Witness over 1,200 meters. And it was a very interesting entry into this race. A filly that's an absolute star. She's shown her class over 1,400, 1,600, and 1,800 meters, and she was vying to win a Group 1 over 6 furlongs. Her name is Captain's Ransom, and all I can tell you, have a look at this performance. It was breathtaking to see how she got the job done against some of the best sprinters around in the fillies ranks.
Towards the inside, Vion Spy, Under Your Spell, Favorita. Coming to the 200, Big Burn now hits the front. On the inside of that, True to Life, Sound of Warning. Captain's Ransom's trying to get into the race. True to Life's the leader. Down the inside, Gallic Princess, Captain's Ransom. She's coming, and Sound of Warning, but Captain's Ransom has won it second, True to Life.
Well, he even had time to pose for the camera. That's Richard Fourie, who's got an outstanding record, and he's now won 9 times from 10 rides. She's now an 11-time winner from 13 career starts. She's a multiple Group 1 winner. This season, she's already won 3 Group 1s, the Mallorca, the Paddock Stakes, 1,600, 1,800, and now she's proved it over 1,200 meters. What a star filly. She's really special for Suzette and Barsifildian, Matunsak Breda, and of course Richard Fourie and Justin Snate teaming up. Number 15, Captain's Ransom. She was a popular winner as well. She went off as the top one, and so she obliged. 4, 2, and 8 followed her home. 4 was True to Life. 2 was Sound of Warning, and then number 8 was that quartet position, which was a Big Burn. But the race belonged to Captain's Ransom. Then on to our main event when it came to our 4 Group 1s, and this was the Golden Horse Sprint, a Group 1 over 1,200 meters. And if you didn't watch the race, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. This was an absolute blinder of a result.
Right there, and then comes Real Gone Kid. Bartoldi's on the inside. Cosmic Highway is towards the outside. Hello Winter Hello's trying to get into the race, and then comes Good Traveller. Down the inside, Bartoldi, but Elysian Chief leads it, and it's Elysian Chief. Battle Forces trying to run on from behind. Bartoldi on the inside. Elysian Chief and Bartoldi, they come together. Elysian Chief won it. Bartoldi second.
Well, it was certainly one for the Minnows, and hearty congratulations to Corey Lensley with his 3-year-old Elysian Chief, who proved himself up in Gauteng. He won very well. He won the Golden Loom, and of course he won the race over 1160 as well, where he got the better of Bartaldi. And he's now taken his record as a 5-time winner from 12 races, and he's bagged a big one here for his connections. Yenny and Lensley, they ran second in the juvenile feature earlier on, and what a win from Elysian Chief. The win of his career. He's beaten the best sprinters around, and he's thrown his name into the hat for a nominee, at least a nominee for champion sprinter as well. Elysian Chief, number 7, winning race number 8, beating number 1, Bartoldi, who ran his heart out. 8 and 10 were the trifecta and quartet position. That was Smorgasbord and Chimichurri Run. But a great win, a superb win. And what a lead-in and interview it was with the connections as well. A special day for them with number 7, Elysian Chief. And then we went on to the lucky last, which is race number 9. And what happened there was number 4, Burmese Tiara. The filly raced in open company last time out. She was given a nice positive ride. That's the way she enjoys her racing, and she ran all the way to the line. She won a really good race, Burmese Tiara, beating number 11, which was Flashy Katrina. She ran a game race back in second. 9 and 5 were the minor positions. Number 9 being Lady Serena, that did go off as the top one from the stable of Paul Lafferty. And then number 5, Family Favorite, was the horse that rounded off the quartet. There were some proper dividends on offer as well, because we had some results along the way. So well done if you found yourself in the winner's queue in any of the exotics this afternoon, or whatever bet you take throughout the afternoon, because there was really some nice dividends in all the races at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on their big race day, the feature race day of speed. It was an absolute pleasure working alongside Alistair Cohen and Warren Lenferner. Of course, Craig Peters was the man in the commentary box, and of course the entire team at Gold Circle TV. From myself, Dees Dianan, until next year's renewal of the Golden Horse Sprint, featuring the Alan Robertson, the Gold Medallion, and the South African Fillies Sprint, you take care. Salanigashle.